McPherson getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
May to throw on second down. He's found his receiver, Butte, and he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Now, the former Buckeye, Travion Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4, and now he's got his offense set up here early with first and goal.
They'll run with Henderson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Now here's second and goal. Henderson. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
That is caught side of the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Patriots. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench to the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
A modest game, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. We'll take this in back at the 16. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. That is Brian Cook, the safety, there to record the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. It's May. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bengals offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. First carry here, and it's Taj Brooks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
2nd and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 11 yards on the pass there. And the Bengals going to have a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Burrow now. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. A gain there of 11. It's a Cincinnati first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bengals first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bengal first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
To throw is Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 7-3.
Bengals 3.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So you got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
That one good for 26 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On play action, here's May. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of a teach game.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Once more, it's Henderson. Look at this right to the 20-yard line. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. To throw is May. He's got it at the 7. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Way beyond Henderson. Touchdown, New England. Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats extend their advantage to 14-3.
Makes the score Patriots 14, Bengals 3.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They bring their tight end right. On first down, Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Burrow to throw. This one, deep downfield for Chase. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Patriots offense about ready to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. It's Henderson to start this drive. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Quick throw, taken in.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Henderson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. May gonna look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he's gonna have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
On the ground, here is Henderson, and he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Oren Burks there on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing is May. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 6 yards.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often, and when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Patriots first down.
14 yards. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Here's May. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now is May. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. And they've got it 2nd and 1 coming up.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Try the right side with Henderson. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Henderson. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Once more, Henderson. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
He'll try and throw. Here's May. And he will score! Travion Henderson took down New England. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it. And the Patriots move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Patriots 21, Bengals 3.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now Brown. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
A quick slant taken by Chase. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 14
Burrow
yards.
and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Cincinnati.
On the ground, it's Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Looking out of the gun, Burrow. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain
Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Burrow here on 2nd down. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Burrow. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on 3rd down.
A first down throw for Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells so they can't afford to just dial up a certain scheme.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Was incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll motion the slot man right. Here's May to throw it on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 2nd and 2. The zone read, a give to Henderson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
12 yards.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
1st and 10.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
17 yards on that play. First down, New England.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Left side, it's caught by Brown. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Pass completed to Douglas. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bengals 16-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. May to the air once more. That one taken in by Douglas. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
That's good for a Patriots.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he turns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
3rd and short. And here is May. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point, up and good. And the Pats on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So following the touchdown, Borregalis is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Second down, Burrow. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Third and long. Burrow now. To the left side. Caught by Chase. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. Now the Patriots are going to use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Ryan Rico now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out, and he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. To throw now, May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And them up and down, just shy of the 40.
19 yards.
They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
This is clinic
line.
tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
On second down, it's May. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third and a long way to go. Out of the gun, here's May. His throw left side is complete, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun. It's May. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
21-yard line.
Ready to go. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Foxborough after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got it at the 7, and he will score again. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. Rodriguez now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Patriots tack on one more to their lead.
Bengals 6.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Burrow. That's complete to all the tight ends. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. He'll get that one complete. It's Drew Sample, the tight end. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They go play action for Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That'll be swung out wide to Brooks. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Now second down throw for Burrow. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. Third down coming up. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got it at about the 8. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. Throwing is Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals are able to cut into the deficit.
Bengals 13.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Again, it's Henderson. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Jones now on the return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Bengals offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Carry here for Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll get this up to the 44. Chad Muma there to bring him down.
The 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Burrow to throw. That's pumped by Brooks. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
2nd down and 3. To throw is Burrow. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point
Man
conversion.
in motion, heading right. Back to throw, Burrow. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off. Unable able to cut any further into the deficit.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. Past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
You know, Mike, for a lot of guys in the league, the best way to make an impact as a rookie is through special teams. And anytime you can make yourself valuable, find a way to contribute, you do it. And that was a heck of a return right there.
The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. The middle, it's Henderson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run, it's Henderson.
Shot by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
3rd and 6. To throw is May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, New England.
17 yards. And the Patriots, first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
May to throw on 2nd down. And he will get into the end zone. From Mario Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good, and the Pats will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
42, Bengals 19.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Brown. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He takes off. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
On 1st and 10, Burrow.
Complete to number 5, T. Higgins. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now, Burrow. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. He'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Burrow. A quick slant taken by Chase. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the markers.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 7-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Brown. And he's into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2.
The Bengals will line up for the
blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
42. Bengals 27.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Has caught right side by Henry. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
That's good.
They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
At the 46-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Henderson. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
Well, you find yourself in 3rd and a mile. You're looking to just pick up whatever you can. And for a minute, Mike, I thought the back was going to actually pick up to 1st down. He doesn't, but it's a heck of a run regardless.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Henderson. And he's going to have the pass first down. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
Patriots first down.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground in these gotta-have-it moments, and they come through.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's May. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, bodying his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he will get into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, New England. That's his second touchdown tonight. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burt of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots are going to extend their lead.
Makes the score Patriots 49, Bengals 27.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. First down throw for Burrow. And that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. On the return is Jones. He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's May. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Douglas in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hit it up the middle. And will mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, New England.
1st down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And He doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
50-yard line.
They'll go play action with May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem. And plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Toss, Henderson heading right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The 32-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Out of the gun, it's Henderson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
That one taken in by Douglas. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And the Patriots are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
When the fullback trying to power it home. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
Well, they turn around and they decide to give it to the big fullback this time to try to get it over the goal line, but this defense proves there is not a lot of room to operate down here close.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Stevenson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
Of the goal line. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They were stopped on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays. You hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Ramondre Stevenson, touchdown, Patriots. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and through. And the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
27.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense is going to get set to take over once more. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll step up, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Patriots are going to recover.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Give up the middle to Stevenson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Stevenson, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Stevenson. He will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to Stevenson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Throwing on second down. May. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. Now May has completed to Douglas. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
First down throw there is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. May to the air once more. And he'll take it on in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. So that's the big one in this offensive onslaught. A little bit of history. 8 passing touchdowns in one game. That's an all-time NFL record for a quarterback. Borregales now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots add on to their already sizable lead.
63. Bengals 27.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. He'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Higgins sent in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
On is McPherson for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bengals cut into the lead a little bit.
63, Bengals 34.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. May going to look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is May. Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. On the give, this is Stevenson. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
A run here with Stevenson. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. To throw now. May. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, New England.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll try the jet sweep. Here comes Brown. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give him the jet sweep. So when you don't...
To the goal line and in. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
The extra point now for Borregales. He knocks it through. And the Pats stretch things out even further.
Makes the score Patriots 70, Bengals 34.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. A carry here for Brown. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Burrow. Here comes the screen to Brooks. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. And that's exactly what he did here.
He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. On the draw, it's Brooks. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
They'll run here with Brown. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down.
23 yards.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now Burrow going to do this himself. And the Bengals are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes him down to about the 4.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Burrow. And he's in. Mike Gesicki, touchdown Cincinnati.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals will get just a bit closer.
70. Bengals 41.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense and the veteran A.J. Brown make their way back out, and he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here comes the jet sweep. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So, it's a win for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home, as we say so long from Foxborough.